I was at Confuzzled a few months ago and I was lucky enough to be able to run a panel on getting started in content creation. At this panel I gave advice on some of the things that I wish I had when I first got started on my content creator journey. I did ask the events team if I could film my panel to post here on YouTube, but due to paperwork reasons with the hotel they unfortunately had to say no. Indemnity insurance, what on earth is that? Indemnity insurance defends you against claims of negligence, breach of confidentiality, dishonesty, libel and slander. Oh good. Anyway, since I decided that I couldn't film the panel itself, which absolutely totally did not start late and had no technical difficulties with the projector at all, I've recorded another version of it for YouTube. Shout out to Confuzzled events team all the same for their help in seeing if it was possible in the first place. Now, content creation is a huge topic that could be spoken about for weeks on end, and I only had an hour, so I covered a few small areas to start. Some of the concepts I spoke about could be applied to all forms of content creation, but I mainly focused on Twitch and YouTube. This is simply because this is where most my experience as a creator is. I'm also not going to go into as much depth on all of them in this video, otherwise it will end up being way too long. So what topics did I cover and what will I be talking about in this video? Well, I won't be talking about how to edit a video or set up a stream overlay. Instead, I'm going to be talking about the growth mindset, different platforms, useful tools and applications, and then walk through the workflow creating your first YouTube video from concept to release. So what experience do I have? Well, my current Twitch channel is 3 years old, with my current YouTube mainly having videos from the last year or so, but I've actually been making content for over 11 years across a multitude of channels on both Twitch and YouTube, with a wide variety of content such as gaming videos, vlogs, tutorials and more. I've got thousands of hours of being live under my belt with hundreds of different videos on demand uploaded. This is fed into my current content of the storytelling on my YouTube channel, along with highly interactive streams on Twitch. If you've been following me for a while, then you also know I do daft shit like this.
Someone would come looking for her, though I thought it would be someone more... No need to get steamed up about it. Wouldn't want you to get sidetracked, now would we? What do you mean there's train strikes today?
He sent a rookie to come save me, the most fabulous woman he's ever going to ever lay eyes on.
Stand aside, Rocky. Let me show you how a real ranger handles these things.
Whoa!
I meant to do that!
Oh wow, he's trying to kill you with fire. How original.
What is this great nation coming to?
The theory. If the everybody do it.
Bullshit, horseshit, dogshit, lemon ear people. Right, get moving. We don't get paid enough for this. Okay, so why do we make content? As any creator will tell you, a lot of effort goes into creating content and maintaining an online presence. It can be hard to balance with other life responsibilities and the grind can be demoralising at times. But ultimately, it's because we enjoy the process. Whether it's hanging out with folks on streams, sharing creative stories, or simply making something daft for the fun of it. We enjoy the process of creating and sharing our content. This is why you shouldn't try to chase the algorithm or the latest fad, as if you don't enjoy making the content required for that, then you're not going to keep making it. You should make content that you enjoy making, else you'll struggle to motivate yourself to put in the effort required to keep making content at the quality you're capable of. If you take one thing from this video, it's that you should enjoy making content above everything else. The reasons for why you enjoy it are entirely down to you, but it's a lot of time and effort to go through if you don't enjoy the process. Which takes us to the first topic I spoke about, the growth mindset. Now, all creators want to grow their follower counts and such, but that's only one aspect of it. When we talk about the growth mindset, it's understanding the growth in yourself as a creator as well as in your channel. So your motivations to make content and understanding how they can evolve with time. New skills you learn and improve as you continue to create videos and streams, networking with new folks and seeing things from different perspectives, experiences as a person as this will feed into your ideas for your content and how you present them. Your content is the driving force behind any following you'll get, and growing your ability to create that will help make it more engaging, giving you a better shot at trying to grow your audience. Another thing to note here is that you are what makes your content unique. Many folks say there's no such thing as a unique idea, and while I don't entirely subscribe to that theory, there is a ring of truth to it. There are tens of thousands of creators out there all trying to make unique content, and the most unique thing about them is the creator themselves. Your style is yours alone, as it's built from your own skills, interests, experience and more. So don't worry about if an idea for something is original or not. Instead, think about how you can put your spin on it to make it your style. If we use my current YouTube channel and my first YouTube channel as examples for my own growth, I could look at them and think I haven't really grown at all in 11 years, given they're on similar numbers of subscribers. However, if we look at the quality of the content and the skills that I've learnt in that time, then it's a night and day difference. My first videos had poor editing and visuals, no story or point to the videos, and I wasn't at all confident as a host. Compare that to current content and it's clear that there's stronger writing, better visuals and audio, collaborations with others and more. The quality of my content has grown significantly due to me honing my skills and trying new things. It can be difficult to see sometimes, but looking back on all the projects you've created can really help you understand how much you've grown. This is far from a deep dive on the topic, but highlights how changing the way you look at your content journey can really shape how you feel about it. So now that we've spoken a little about the growth mindset, what about the different platforms? Well, we're going to focus on Twitch and YouTube, and this is only going to be a quick overview of the two platforms. Starting with Twitch then, it is currently the largest streaming platform there is. Editor Materies here. I've done a little fact checking on this little fact and it turns out I was wrong. As it stands, YouTube is the largest platform with more average viewers and more concurrent viewers typically. Twitch usually has a higher average of channels live, but overall YouTube is the bigger platform, so just sticking this edit in to correct myself here. You can debate about others being better, but Twitch is the dominant platform for the time being at least. The majority of the audience on Twitch are focused on gaming live streams of one kind or another, though there are some other kinds of streams that you can find there. It's got a lot of features for streamers to use, with lots of other platforms like Discord and Ko-Fi integrating well with it. Twitch is also easier to monetize on natively, given its affiliate requirements are a lot lower than the YouTube equivalent. In comparison, YouTube is most well known for video on demand or VODs. However, for a while now, it has also been spreading its wings into doing live streams and shorts, making YouTube a good platform for getting started on due to a variety of video content that it offers. You can find the content of almost any type on YouTube, regardless of how niche it may be. So even if you're looking to create content for a small specific audience, there's a good chance that you can find it on YouTube. This begs the question, which platform should a new content creator start on? Well, either or is the honest answer, as it depends on what the creator themselves want to do. Usually folks know if they want to start with gaming streams on Twitch, review style content on YouTube, or a different style of content entirely. There's no set place to start. Of the two though, I would say either short or long form videos on YouTube are an easier place to begin for the following reasons. Firstly, you can retake shots and edit out what you don't like. It can be hard to get things in the first take and harder still if you're doing it live. You could make this a fun part of the content to keep any mistakes in and from doing it live, but this takes more effort and is more challenging for newer creators to know how to incorporate it into their content. 2. Less stressful. Having an audience watching you live can leave folks feeling pressured, make it difficult for them to perform if they aren't used to it. This is made worse when things go wrong, as it can be easy to panic when you have folks watching you try and fix an issue live. Starting off with pre-recorded videos can help folks get settled in front of a camera and figure out what their style of hosting content is before dealing with the added challenges of a live audience. 3. Less equipment required. You can film and edit short form content on a smartphone as an easy starting point, or edit simple videos on an old laptop. Starting on videos can be done fairly bare bones equipment that a lot of folks may have already have to hand. By comparison, live streaming can take more equipment. You don't need a fancy VTuber model to start streaming games, but your old laptop from university might not be powerful enough to play and stream even small indie titles. Live streaming also requires more technical knowledge, as you need to be able to handle stream keys and encoding settings, which you can get away with not knowing about when starting with VOD content. Which isn't to say that these are difficult to learn, only that they aren't something to worry about when making video on demand or YouTube shorts. 4. YouTube is a versatile platform that supports long form, short form and live stream content. It would be easy to try different forms and styles of content all in the same place, instead of trying to manage several platforms, which can easily get overwhelming. There are pros and cons to any style of content though, and a large part of which is best comes down to what the creator themselves is wanting to do. If a creator prefers to interact with people in real time and share experiences on a more personal level, for example, streaming may be the better option. Similar can be said for specific platforms, with all platforms also having their positives and negatives for being where to start. What do you do if you already know what you want to create though? What tools are there to use? Well, there's a wide variety of tools out there that you can use, with plenty of them being free or having free versions as a bonus. I'm not going to go into lots of detail on this section, as it's definitely a video in its own right. Also, this script is long enough already, it's going to take a fucking age to edit it all. That said, I'm still going to mention a couple of useful or well-known pieces of kit. OBS Studio, a free and open source piece of software for streaming and recording videos. It's what most streamers and gaming YouTubers use. Anytime you need to capture a video on your desktop or other sources, then OBS is an excellent tool to have to hand. 2. DaVinci Resolve is a powerful video editor with both paid and free versions available. Unlike a lot of other software, however, the free version has a lot of features and is incredibly versatile. The free version of DaVinci is what I currently use to edit my videos, though it's not the most intuitive to learn and can look a little intimidating for new users. There are plenty of online tutorials for it though, and is well worth learning how to use. 3. Visual Studio Code is a lightweight IDE or coding piece of software that can be used to make small tools in Python or JavaScript. You don't need to be a professional software developer to be able to write some simple tools, and you can achieve a lot with even a basic understanding of code. Sending messages to Twitch chat or showing OBS sources in Python can be done with only a dozen or so lines of code, and it can really add to your streams and other content. It was tools like these that were used to create the April Fool's content earlier this year, like when we left Minnie Mouse in Prof's Evil Oh. I could have swore we left...
Hello?
Oh, fuck.
Materials, what exactly do you think you're doing? Do you know how long I've been tied up there?
Not long enough.
2 months? A whole 2 months? That's a long time. Guys, you aren't going to learn a thing. Right, give me your clicker.
Hey, no.
Come on. Right. Yeah, this is what Materials is up to. This is the person who you're learning from, okay? Yeah, here's another photo. Yep, making fire. A man making fire. Yes, he's just a simple guy. Right, what else we got on here? He's fighting a pair of scissors.
That was your
yes,
Reddit.
Guys, this is a man you're trying to learn something from. Right, another one. I've got full ability in your confidence. That's how I feel.
Oh, fuck this. Come here, you little shit.
What? No, you cannot. I'm not spending any more time in that basement.
Who
no,
said
no,
anything
no,
about the
no.
basement?
I'm running away. I'm running. You can't catch me.
Fucking cats. Anyway, now that Minimoise has been conveniently displaced, we can get back to the video. So the last topic that I covered at the panel was about creating a workflow around producing your first YouTube video. Taking a concept and working out how to take it forward to turn it into a video. This is another section that I'm condensing for the sake of my own sanity when editing this, so let me know in the comments if you want a video expanding on any of these points. First step, core needs versus added wants. Start with the bare minimum of what your concept needs and work out how much effort that alone is going to require. It's easy getting caught up in adding fancy frills as added extras to a video, but you only have so much available time to produce a video. How long you want to spend working on that video is up to you, but remember that the longer you spend working on each video, the less often you're going to upload. Once you have the bare minimum, think about 1 to 3 extras you can add to it. Try to limit the extras to this to keep the scope of your video manageable, remembering some elements of your video may take more effort to produce than others. You can always expand on these with later videos, but for now, try to keep the scope of your video manageable so that you're not overexerting yourself. Step 2. Plan out your production. Figure out how you're going to create each element of your video. Are any of your elements dependent on each other or other people? If you know that you need art from an artist, then it's worth planning out your requirements for that earlier on, as you can work on the other parts of the video while the artist works on what you need. Things like voiceovers also need scripts writing before you can record. These may sound obvious, but stopping and planning out how you're going to approach the actual production stage makes it easier for you to ensure that you don't miss any details. It also helps you manage the scope of your video and biting off more than you can chew. Don't be afraid to make changes to your original idea if it helps you be able to produce it. Being flexible in the way that you think and the way that you work will make it easier for yourself in the long run. Step 3. Production. This is when you actually start producing the different elements of your video. Whether it's recording gameplay footage, writing scripts, or dancing the cha-cha slide. With everything planned out, it's much easier to imagine how the different elements of your video will piece together for the final product, and you can bear that in mind as you're producing each element. Also, if you hit snags while trying to create certain elements, it's easier to pivot when you have a plan, as you can see how each part of the process affects the next step. Each element of what you make may be created in isolation from the other elements, but they all fit together at the end to create one piece of content. Step 4. Create the thumbnail. Alright, I haven't got a lot on this one as I personally suck at graphics. One thing that I discussed though was the idea of clickbait versus attention grabbing thumbnails. The idea of a thumbnail is that it's trying to grab the attention of those looking at it by representing the content of a video in an enticing manner. A thumbnail is only clickbait if it's falsely representing the contents of a video, as it means it's giving a false advertisement of what a viewer will get if they click on said video. Providing your thumbnail is representative of the contents, it shouldn't be classed as clickbait. Step 5. Upload your video. So what's there to know about upload a video? You just upload and hit publish, right? Well, that's true, but there's a few things to consider. For example, the first line of your description is the most important, because this is what folks will see when your video is shared to other platform or is showed in the searching list. Also, think about the time that you post the video. As you upload more videos, your analytics can help you determine the best posting time. But for your first video, think about your local time. Most folks are at work or school in the middle of the day, so aren't likely to be on YouTube at that time. By contrast, most folks are likely to be at home in the evening, so more likely to be online. Posting between 6 and 9 PM means that your video is more likely to get eyes on it when it first goes live. The first few days of your video is when it's most likely to get the most views, so think about how you can maximize the number of people who will get eyes on your video. The more folks who see it, the more chances of folks clicking on your video increases. Step 6. Feel proud of yourself. Regardless of what happens, you've put a lot of work into producing your video, and it's important to take a moment to feel good about what you've made. It can be easy to only see the flaws in your video, but it's worth remembering this is your first video and everyone's got to start somewhere. Producing videos can take a lot of effort, so it's important to enjoy the process and feel proud of what you achieve to keep your motivation high. Otherwise, it can be difficult to motivate yourself to keep producing videos for extended periods of time. Step 7. Review your video. Making videos is an iterative process, so it's worth noting what works and what doesn't work to help yourself continually improve as a creator. So look not just at your end video, but also the processes that you went through to produce it. What went well? Anything you could do again? What sort of workbook could maybe be tweaked to make life a little easier? What didn't quite work as well as you intended and might want to be avoided next time? Try framing it all as a positive learning experience, regardless of what it might be, remembering the growth mindset that I spoke about earlier in the video as a way to improve yourself as a creator. Step 8. Select 1 or 2 improvements. It can be easy to get caught up on a lot of different elements and things you want to improve, but trying to tackle them all in one go is incredibly difficult and runs the risk of burning yourself out. Remember that this is an iterative process. You don't need to get everything right on the first attempt, or the second, or the third. So pick 1, maybe 2 elements from your first video and try and improve those for your second. Breaking up your improvements into smaller pieces and working on each of them by each video that you work on means you're not delaying your next video trying to get everything right. Allow yourself the time to improve and take things at a pace that works for you. Creating videos often takes a lot of skill in a lot of different areas, from scripting to editing to acting and more. No one became an expert in producing YouTube videos overnight. Step 9. Rinse and repeat. Start it all again with your next video. Take what you've learned from your first and think about how you can apply it to your second as you plan out your concept for it. Then the third, then the fourth, and so on. Keep experimenting with new ideas and don't be disheartened if some videos don't quite work out as well as others. It's all a learning process, and even the professionals will release videos that don't always perform as well as they might have hoped. The important thing is to learn from them and move forward, as well as not letting it stop you from enjoying the process of creating new content. And that was the end of my panel. I've cut parts of it short for the sake of the video, but I hope it's offered some useful insight. If you'd like me to cover any more of these topics in greater detail, or other topics of content creation, then leave a comment down below and I'll consider making a video on it. I'm planning to host another event at Confuzzled again next year to speak more on this topic, so keep your eyes peeled for me there again. Thank you to my Ko-Fi members for supporting me, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also find links to my Twitch and Blue Sky in the description below. Until next time, folks.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I think the clock is too late to shed.
Oh, Materi.
She was rocking Chinatown.
No. No, no.
Hello. Well, you stop, don't stop, back to the road.
Hey, Materi. Have you
Yeah?
seen Minnie?
No?